إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونؤمن به ونتوكل عليه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا إنه من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما اللهم اجعلنا من الفائزين. Before I commence with the khutbah, I would like to start off, inshallah, with my usual disclaimer. And that is that I am not a shaykh, I am not a student of knowledge. Allahumma la ilma lana illa ma 'allamtana. We don't have any knowledge except perhaps the little that Allah has bestowed upon us. So I do not want people to be fooled because of the garment. This is my traditional garment. I'm from Sudan, so this is just what we wear. We ask Allah Jalla Jalaluhu to put barakah in the message and to guide us and guide through us and make us a means of guidance for others. The Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam says, there will come a time when people will dress like scholars and speak in the name of scholars and mislead the people. So I'm giving you this disclaimer so that if there is any source of misguidance, it is from me and the shaitan, and if there is any benefit, it is from Allah and His Messenger. We ask Allah Jalla Jalaluhu to guide us and guide through us and make us a means of guidance for others. Having said that, I'm also going to try my very best. I'm not good at this, but to keep the whole khutbah short, because I'm going to speak about the importance of time. So it would be counterintuitive for me to waste your time while emphasizing the importance of saving time and making use of it, inshaAllah. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu says, وَالْعَصْرِ إِنَّ الْإِنسَانَ لَفِي خُسْرٍ إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالْحَقِّ وَتَوَاصَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ. Allah takes an oath, a profound oath, swearing by time, saying to us all that the human race is in loss. إِلَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا, except those who have faith, who have firm belief, وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ, and those who do righteous deeds, وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالْحَقِّ, and those who command each other towards justice, وَتَوَاسَوْا بِالصَّبْرِ, and those who command each other with patience. You know, there is this subconscious thing that happens to a lot of us, and that is the fading of time. Particularly those of us where we have to adjust the time regularly throughout the year to try and save some time and to try and extend the day. We're always competing with time. Time doesn't wait for us. So we have to make accommodations and change our behavior and when we wake up and so on and so forth to try and make use and to make benefit of time. But as we do this, we are burying a part of ourselves. We are burying a stage in our lives. Those of us who are seniors here, they are unaware that they have buried their childhood unceremoniously. You only know it once it's gone. When you see the children playing, you say, SubhanAllah, it wasn't long ago that I used to play just like these children. It seems just like yesterday. Many things in our lives seems just like yesterday. We think to ourselves, just like a few days ago it feels like, that I came to Canada. And SubhanAllah, it's already been 20 years. Everything seems just like yesterday, like a blink of an eye. Your child who was a baby, who was a toddler, who was in diapers, is now towering over you. And you don't know how this miracle of Allah has happened. It seems too quick. Yet we are a people who have a habit, even in our speech. And it's reflective in our speech. We say, I'm just trying to kill some time, man. We want to kill time. The time is the one killing you. If we value time and we knew how important time is, our tongue would not even utter the sentence. We want to kill some time. And when we say we want to kill some time, we are talking about we're going to do something useless instead of something useful. That's what we are replacing the valuable thing that you have. So what is time? Brothers and sisters, time is the equalizer. Time is the currency that everybody has the same 24 hours. Nobody has more than the other. If you're a king or a prince, you don't get 35 hours, and we, the masakin, we get 24 hours. No. That is the currency you have, and is the most precious currency you have. The most important thing you have is time. Once it's gone, it's gone. Yesterday is gone. Ain't never coming back. Your childhood is gone. You did not attend the funeral. You died. Your youth has died. You did not attend the funeral. That's it. It's just dying. We are dying in stages. And you can only make a difference, a legitimate difference, and be strong and grow up to a degree before we have to grow old. It's not the same. Some people are growing up. They got opportunities, and they could do, and they could do, and they could do some more. But then you hit the ceiling where you're growing old, and you can do less and less and less. We never actually account for the part where we're growing old, we think we're growing up. It's a dangerous mentality, particularly when we're young. Because you think it's just up and not down. How many of us planned when we grow up, we're going to have a big mansion or a big house, and we're going to go on vacation because we saved up enough, and everything that you desired, you're looking back. It says, SubhanAllah, the things I wanted to do, now I don't have the energy to do it. The knee pain will not let me do it. I'm forgetful now. You take pleasure in the simple things now. You just want to go fishing now. Things evolve. Things change. So, the whole point of this is to bring to our attention the opportunity to take advantage of the time you have. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has bestowed upon you many years, and we don't know how many more minutes or days we have left. Just yesterday we attended a funeral of a person who was a doctor. The story goes he was a doctor for 40 years. A Somali brother who was in Russia for a long time. And this brother was in a retirement home. And when I asked about this fellow, they told me, our uncle, his family is the Ummah. That's it. Doesn't have no family here. We never account for that. We never account that we're going to go to a foreign land and die over there. We have to start valuing time. A lot of times we plan a lot of things for our own selfish reasons. And then we try to escape from the community and go, let's say, back home to our own countries. And your entire contribution to the community, to the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, you left them with no cemetery for the Muslims. You left the children of the Ummah with no schools for the Muslims. Yet you had all this time. Brothers and sisters, one of the things that is taking up a lot of our time today is this shaitan in our hand. The cell phone. Programmed to keep you occupied, oftentimes with useless things. And what is the thing that people will regret? Oh Allah, give me more time, so I can go back and I could do better. And maybe this time I'll ignore the phones, and I'll ignore the posts and the scrolling, and I will not kill time anymore. I will use time to the best of my ability, to maximize my opportunity, and to earn the pleasure of Allah Jalla Jalla. So you have this time. Make use of your time, brothers and sisters. Make use of this time to build institutions for the Ummah. When people come to you saying they want to build an Islamic school, it's time to contribute. This will be a reflection of how you spent your time. You get paid by the hour. You're exchanging your time for something. You want to learn, you have to exchange time for the knowledge. The most valuable currency that you got is your time. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us from among those who benefit from time, and those who will be conscious of time, and those who will be conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and those who are conscious of the surveillance of Allah over us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us and guide through us, and make us a means of guidance for others. Having said that, I'm going to cover one more thing, inshallah ta'ala, and that is the issue of becoming consumers. You know, every little while a new phone comes out. And they program the phones to stop working after a while, which is the case with my phone currently. Right. And what they're encouraging people to do is to throw this phone, take another phone. Throw this computer, get another computer. Throw this clothes, get some more clothes. And we have become, maybe we're aware of this, perhaps we're not. But we have become slaves of corporations. The latest phone comes out, your child doesn't want to use the old phone no more. The latest trend comes out, somebody wants to wear some new clothes, some Yeezys, some garbage looking stuff, but people want it because that's the trend. And you take your hard-earned money and you become a product of those companies, just consuming and consuming and consuming. You have a perfectly good phone, but no, you are not satisfied with this good phone. You have a perfectly good laptop, but you're not satisfied. You know what's happening? Inna Allah la yuhibbul muslimin. Allah does not like the people who are wasteful. But we have been programmed to become wasteful. I'm telling you, as my brothers and sisters, we have to break this trend. If we are to get anywhere, we have to use our money wisely. Think about what benefit you have gotten from this phone that you purchased with such a high amount, and that you plan to purchase another one soon after, and soon after that. Or these sneakers that you want to put in a case somewhere on a shelf just for people to see. What's the benefit from all this? Because you're paying with your hard-earned money to become a slave of a corporation. And then we are wondering why we cannot buy a house interest-free, why we cannot go to Hajj, why we cannot go to Umrah. The price of these phones can take you to Hajj. The price of this clothes you keep buying is going to take you somewhere. But when we are too busy becoming a slave of some corporation, Apple or Samsung or whatever, we won't get anywhere. It's a trap. We have to start becoming conscious. By being conscious of Allah, you will make greater decisions and better decisions for yourself. Because you know Allah does not want you to waste. If it's a perfectly good phone, then you use it. Perhaps you may be rewarded because you're doing this out of God consciousness. You don't want to put this in the landfill and intoxicate the planet and contribute to climate change and the degradation of this beautiful earth. We have to break that chain. We cannot be a property of corporations. We are the Ummah of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We are told if you are in an ocean making wudu, you should still save water. Do we save water in our house? We should save water. We should save electricity. This is the money that will make a change. The little things you're not paying attention to. That's why we don't have Islamic schools. That's why there isn't an Islamic university here. The answer is in your wastefulness. It's the little things. رُبَّ دِرْحَمٍ خَيْرٌ مِّنْ أَلْفَ دِينَارٍ. If Allah puts barakah in the little that you give, it's better than those who give arrogantly. But instead of giving it for the sake of Allah, we're giving it for the sake of Apple, for the sake of an iPhone, for the sake of a Tesla, or whatever other nonsense people are trying to market to the Ummah. Brothers and sisters, if you have something good in your hand, look after it. Extend the life of it. Appreciate it. Don't be wasteful. You're earning the wrath of Allah. Inna Allah la yuhibbul muslimin. He does not love. Imagine those who are wasteful. Yet we are being programmed to become wasteful. Even in our time, we are wasteful. Even with our intellect, we're becoming wasteful. We are filling our minds with useless things, wasting an opportunity to earn something useful. You leave behind knowledge and you teach somebody. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will reward you long after you're gone. We ask Allah to make us from among them. Stop. الحمد لله علام الغيوب يعلم ما كان وما يكون وما لا يكون وإن كان كيف كان يكون هو الذي كون الكون وإذا قضى أمرا فإنما يقول له كن فيكون. أحبتي بالله، الحمد لله الذي جمعنا في هذا المكان في بيت من بيوت الله سبحانه وتعالى في يوم مبارك. نسأل الله أن يتقبل منا ومنكم صالح الأعمال وأن يرفع درجاتنا. You know what? The one thing I want to add to this khutbah, even though it's supposed to be a separate khutbah, is just a small reminder for the young brothers and sisters. Lately in the community, we have been having a big problem with people having mental health problems. This I thought is important. There's a separate khutbah, but I'm going to just use this opportunity to remind us because this is something very important. There is a prevalence of bipolar in our community, prevalence of depression in our community, prevalence of schizophrenia. And I cannot say for sure, Allahu A'lam, but we are seeing a lot of links between drug use and these particular mental health concerns. Just because people made marijuana legal, it doesn't mean it's safe. Our children are going around smoking, and then suddenly their attitude, their behavior changes. Brothers and sisters, fear Allah. This mind you have, if you lose it, you lose everything. This body you have, you could be bedridden. And then you're going to wish you did not damage your body. As a Muslim, you're supposed to take that which is the best. كُلُوا مِمَّا رَزَقَكُمُ اللَّهُ حَلَالًا طَيِّبًا. Consume from that which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made halal and not halal. Halal is not enough. طَيِّبًا. It has to be good for you. It has to be wholesome. It has to be beneficial. It has to have nutrition. We have to use this as a formula to make our decisions in everything we do. Wallahi, a lot of children are becoming medicated. It's happening in almost every family. This is not an issue of ruqyah. This is an issue you bring on your own. You go and smoke some drug or you take some pills and now you are suffering as a result. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us a cure. You know, I don't like to always take serious things. But when it's necessary, it's necessary. But before we move to conclude this, there is a request from a brother. He put us on a mission a few months ago. He said, brother, I'm looking for a Chinese wife. So if you guys know any Muslims from China, please come and see me. May Allah make it easy for him. He says he's from Africa, but he wants a Chinese Muslim sister. So Allahumma inni balagh. May Allah grant him a Chinese Muslimah and grant you all the best of what you desire. Maybe the mahar is cheap over there, I don't know. Allah knows best. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. اللهم تقبل منا صلاتنا وصيامنا وقيامنا وركوعنا وسجودنا ودعاءنا وتوبنا واغفر لنا وارحمنا. اللهم ربنا لا تدع لنا ذنبا الا غفرته ولا عما الا فرجته ولا دينا الا قضيته. اللهم انصر اهل فلسطين والسودان ولبنان واليمن يا رب العالمين، واهل كشمير يا الله يا فتاح يا رحمن يا رحيم. اللهم كن معهم ولا تكن عليهم، اللهم ثبت اقدامهم، اللهم انصرهم نصرا عزيزا يا رب العالمين. اللهم ربنا لا تاخذنا من هذه الدنيا الا وانت راض عنا، اللهم ربنا لا تاخذنا من هذه الدنيا الا وانت راض عنا. اللهم اجعل قبورنا قبور المسلمين اجمعين روضات في رياض الجنه. اللهم احشرنا مع الصديقين والشهداء والصالحين يا ارحم الراحمين. اللهم لك الحمد حتى ترضى ولك الحمد اذا رضيت ولك الحمد بعد الرضا. اللهم لك الحمد حق حمدك يا رب العالمين. لا حول ولا قوه لنا الا بك يا مفتح الابواب يا مسبب الاسباب يا ميسر الامور يا مفرج الحموم يا رب العالمين. اللهم كن معنا ولا تكن علينا. اللهم خفف عنا يا الله. اللهم اخرجنا من الضيق الى السعه ومن العسر الى اليسر. يا الله اشف مرضانا، اللهم ارحم موتانا، اللهم داوي جرحانا. لا اله لنا غيرك ولا حول ولا قوه لنا الا بك. اللهم اجعلنا من الحامدين الشاكرين السابرين الذاكرين الطاهرين الخاشعين المهتدين المتوكلين يا رب العالمين. Inshallah, today we'll have a salah led by a fellow Algerian who just arrived. So inshallah we ask him to come forward and lead the salah, and may Allah accept it from us. Aqimus salah.